Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. I hope you guys are having a great day. As we saw, a PLTR pullback is continuing to be tested, and we actually saw an important reversal holding a very crucial line of support that will be interesting to see what happens in tomorrow's trading session. Now, in addition, we have some important news to talk about the stock market, PLTR specifically, and also some new interest that PLTR is taking because they are reporting their investment in various different companies and also securing a new contract. So if you are a new or a returning viewer, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Now, as we talk about this PLTR pullback and what a lot of people are anticipating right now, I wanted to share this funny clip here that we got on Twitter saying it's been one heck of a week for the dealers here, talking about when Alex Karp said that the short sellers, this is just to fund the dealers' money in their pocket. And you can see right here, it's been one great week for them talking about the pullback here. So this is from Palantir, Chad. That really made my day. I thought that was great. Talking about what we do have, though, in terms of a technical pattern, let's get serious. Talking about PLTR, you see right here, that pullback brought us down here to this 2169, and actually right here in this area, this small level of support, you see a few touch points right here. This was tested and the line was held, which is great to see here in a little bit of a recovery back here to the 2340. One thing, unfortunately, that we do have with PLTR is still typically lower than that 3-month trading average volume, coming in at about 40 million right here. So right now, this neckline is being tested with PLTR, and on top of that, we do have a lot of the stocks right now that are experiencing a bit of a pullback, and that's because the possibility that the interest rate cuts right now that are going to be coming, that's going to be possibly happening later than hoped. I mean, we're in April now, and with the anticipation, we originally were anticipating about 6 to 7 rate cuts this year. That is just not going to happen. What we also have is the bonds continuing to struggle as the yields on the 10-year Treasury rising to all-time highs for 2024. And we're also having oil prices that are rising above $85 a barrel. So not just in terms of PLTR, we do have a lot of global macroeconomic situations that is bringing increased volatility into the market. And in turn, we have more of the speculative stocks that are experiencing a little bit more pressure in terms of a bearish potential. Now, if we do toggle over here quickly to the options, you can see here put volume is continuing, but we still decently have a good amount of call volume increasing here in terms of the bullish perspective. At that $23 strike price, you got 19,000, and right now at the $22 strike price at about 15,000. So nonetheless, there is a strong battle right now against holding this line. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with PLTR. If this neckline fails support, and even specifically down here, this 2163, if we come back here, we're going to be talking about this price target that a lot of analysts are talking about right now, talking about PLTR. If we fail beneath this, we could see PLTR unfortunately tumble down here into the 17s. And the reason why is because of this gap right here that was created after that Q4 earnings that was reported. However, this is all just price fluctuations. You have to remember, nothing really has changed with PLTR in terms of anything bearish. So great to see here for people that are looking to get in at a cheaper price, dollar cost average, people waiting for underneath the 20s. Hey, this could possibly be an opportunity. Now, talking about that, what we do have for PLTR in terms of the price targets that we have seen. Now, we have seen high ranges of up to 35. You've seen even ranges as low as $5. That would be pretty crazy. However, right now, the mean target share price right now for PLTR is at 2021 at this time of writing. And specifically, that would indicate about a 12.2% downside, putting PLTR right at about that 2021 area, right at about here. So right where the opening day after the Q4 earnings were reported. It'll be interesting to see here if PLTR does settle in that area. That's where current price targets are right now. Now, talking about some positive news, things that have gone well with PLTR today, just rather than its drop price action, is that in an actual filing, PLTR said that it owns a 6.5% stake in the healthcare recoveries and data analytics company MSP Recovery. Now, this is important to really understand because Palantir now holds 955,000 shares of this specific company. Now, with that being said, we do have PLTR that recently had reported in a filing its large stake in that Surf Air Mobility, basically bringing a new type of technological improvement to airline travel. Why I think this is exciting, and I needed to do more detail and more research on the previous stock, that Surf Air Mobility. I want to look into this stock right now because if PLTR, with the success that they've had and the things that they're doing to disrupt the industry and really being a leading competitor in the AI industry, I want to see the other stocks that they are particularly interested in because they likely have some key knowledge that we probably don't know about the possible outlook for these companies. So I do want to look into MSP recovery right here, take a look to see what is going on at them. If you guys have any knowledge on them, let me know down in the actual comments, and plus I'll be taking a look at them myself. Also, in addition, right here, we have a contract that PLTR has won. This is to deliver an electromagnetic battle management joint decision support prototype. That was a big mouthful. Nonetheless, this contract is worth $9.8 million over 12 months, and this is still getting involved with the Department of Defense with advanced software capability to this prototype, this Joint Electromagnetic Spectrum Operations, the GEMZO, we'll call it that for short. But what you're seeing here is Palantir still continuing to be involved, building credibility with those governmental contracts, while at the same time transitioning to that private sector and growing with those commercial customers, which has been a leading hedge and momentum driver for PLTR stock price, and really pushing a big reason why we've seen a push here to the 2750 for that 52-week year-to-date high. So PLTR, what we are seeing is a pullback that has decreased. Now, this catalyst really did start after that analyst came out and said, hey, we think the price target is actually going to be decreasing, underperforming the stock. And one of the main justifications for this was its valuation. And we know PLTR has a high valuation. We talk about this in all the videos. However, it's going to keep continuing to grow its valuation if it keeps smashing its earnings reports and if investors are still continuing to pay a premium for its price. One thing that we do need to understand is that valuation really is a gauge of how future earnings reports are going to basically be judged, and that's a barometer and a gauge of that. Right now, investors are expecting PLTR to continue to smash earnings. We have that fifth quarter of GAAP profitability. We have the whole speculation of the S&P 500 inclusion. That criteria has been met. The question is just, when is that going to happen? And with all of the hype that is behind AI and the demand that is happening, we're likely going to see PLTR always trade at a premium here in the near future. But getting more into its value-oriented type of traders right here, a pullback, that does help with its valuation here, especially in the short term. So people, like I said, looking to get into PLTR, we could possibly see a pullback beneath the 20s, or we could not at all. We could see that area at that 2020 being tested and holding support here, or depending on the market, if we see any flipping in the market, depending on any global macroeconomic influence. So lots on the table. Thanks for letting me guys know. I see a lot of you guys said you're going to be picking up the dip in the last video. Let me know. For nobody that's commented yet, or if you want to comment again, I love the comments, seeing the discussion down there. What do you think is going to be happening tomorrow and for the rest of the week for PLTR? Peace out. Take care. Catch you guys later.